Hi Cancer, welcome back. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome to I Am Destiny Calling Tarot. Cancer, we're diving right in, getting started with the read. Hope everyone is doing well. So this is a read for the Cancer Collective, and it is a general read for the Cancer Collective. So where it is so general, if you notice that specific messages don't resonate with you here, don't try to force the messages. It simply means those particular messages weren't meant for you, and that's okay. Dates are going to be from May 18th to May 31st. So the dates really are just general guidelines here. And if you're noticing things resonating a few days, weeks before and after these dates, that is totally normal. We're all in different parts of our journey, right? All right, I hope everyone is focusing on the positive vibes, and I hope everyone is focusing on being in a place of gratitude. All of the good that we have to find in our daily lives. Okay, here we go. Spirit, please provide messages for the Cancer Collective. And these messages are going to cover the time frame of May 18th through May 31st, 2020. Okay, these are definitely your cards. Let's have a look. We'll save the gratitude card as well as the inspirational message here until the end. We'll take a look first at the oracle cards and then go into the tarot. So for the oracle cards, we have, this is going to give us the overall energy for the entire reading here today. Your energies are going to focus on communication. Communication is key. And it says new moon in Gemini. So for a few of them, I will take a quick peek here in the book just to make sure that nobody misses any messages that are meant to come forward, right? All right, it says, okay, sorry about that. I know reading from the book can be super annoying sometimes. Page 40. Okay, it says, a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini is all about the start of new cycles for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can't journal about it to yourself. Emails, texts, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you are asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. So finally it says the teaching. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel. And the energy around it no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires. Next card we have At Day's Rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect with spirit. And this may be indicating that you need to be reminded to communicate with spirit, to take time out to focus on the connection with your higher self, even connecting with your guardian angels. Also really big energies here, earth energies, and needing to be out in nature and soaking up the sunshine. Last card is the wolf energy here, which is heart medicine, and it says let go of which does not serve your highest good. So relationship wise, you should focus on where your heart space is at as far as following your feelings, your emotions, and making sure that you're communicating that clearly. That communication in your relationships is so important. It's so important that it's authentic and genuine, and coming from a place of an open heart. All right, so let's take a look at the tarot. Wow. Very interesting. Okay. First card up, Ten of Wands. As you can see with the Ten of Wands, it says responsibility. Mostly this feels as though you have some form of responsibility. It's mostly about an energetic block that you have, and the energetic block is likely about your responsibility of needing to communicate your truth. For some reason, you're definitely creating more stress for yourself. Some people, this is a specific message, you may need to say no to certain people. It's going to be really, really important that if you feel that you are not able to take something on, instead of doing what is nice and not trying to upset people, you really are going to have to communicate, speak up, and say no during this time if you genuinely do not have your heart in it. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. So half of your cards are major arcana. Okay. The Vortex. I love it. It's all about temptation. So this is telling me that you have more control and more power than you realize, than you're giving yourself credit for. So you might also have some choices during this time frame. For some reason, it's not a message for everyone here. if it's time for you to break some kind of an agreement or a habit that you have, it's actually going to be easier than you think. I think some people needed to hear that message. Make sure that you're not allowing your current circumstances to have power over you in the sense that it kind of represents who you are, because your circumstances by no means represent who you are as a person and a soul. Right, so this is about power. It's about your living in your power, living from a place of power, living in your authentic power. Yeah, just a sense here that you have an energy as though someone has control over you, and this is really where you're going to be taking back your power. Some people may be attracted to a specific individual, romantic level, romantic wise, who is not good for you. I know that's hard to hear. So that might be a need to communicate, a need to connect with the higher self to really hear the message loud and strong coming from your higher self, knowing that intuitively you're doing what's right for you and not just listening to other people. When I do these readings, I'm so happy to be able to give out information, but at the end of the day, the only person that can really make those choices is you. All right, next card, we have the Moon card, also Major Arcana. So at the bottom it says illusion. So some of you feel as though maybe you're starting to come out of some form of smoke and mirrors here. This Moon card definitely represents a lot of our subconscious energies. So when we have doubts, when we have fears, when we have sadness or dilemmas, a lot of you, I'm sensing this is here in the read because you have decisions to make. This is all about loud and clear. Your intuition holds the answers for you. If you are even doubting mildly, you need to reconnect with your higher self and wait for those answers to come. Open yourself up as far as the possibility of having those answers come to you in different forms. Feelings are, it's all about coming right now from your heart space. It's not so much about dealing with your logical mind. Right now you're going intuitively and you're doing it through an open heart space. So there's definitely some of you, yeah, that have that situation or issue where you're in troubled waters in a relationship. And I think this card here, where you see the animals in the water, enjoying the beautiful light of the moon shining down. It's really about asking yourself, is this relationship really going to stand the test of time? For others, this could be about hidden fears, so old memories or old emotions that are creeping up again. So that's really you needing to communicate it, get it out, speak your truth in some way. A lot of that is happening collectively during this time. Next card, this is the Angel of the Ocean. And it says healing. So I'm definitely getting definitely getting a need for healing energies, emotional healing very much needs to take place for you. And you intuitively, you're very intuitive. You know this. So this card can also be the Temperance card. Patience. So be patient with yourself. This is about allowing yourself to find balance. Be compassionate with yourself. A lot of angel spirit guide energies here, so you are completely supported, whether you know this on a conscious level or not. And right now your guardian angels, spirit guides, are all around you quite heavily trying to protect you. Beautiful, beautiful energies coming from here. All right, next card, 10 of Swords. And then you have 2 more major arcana. Yeah, so it's really a lot of you really needing to be honest with yourself. Once you acknowledge the truth of a situation, that's when you can move through the healing and really working towards this card here. Working towards being in a better place, where you're truly meant to be, where you're divinely guided to be, right? So this is about endings. This is completely releasing any form of drama, figuring out the truth in a situation. It can also be you feeling as though you're the victim in a situation. I can tell you for sure during these times, it is not going to serve you to be in that energy. The victim energy right now is really going to tear you down, and it's going to be very, very, very hard to get back up again. Right now, globally, we need to find our warrior spirit. We need to do this for ourselves and for the future that we see for ourselves. So this is going to be about you really getting focusing on the now moment. This is going to be a really great form of relief for you. So all of the burdens that you've been feeling and the stress in your body, just your shoulders being tight, you're going to start to really relax, and you're just going to let the feelings of pain just kind of drift away. You're really going to be going more so with the flow, which is more natural for you, Cancer. Next card, Empress card, Major Arcana. This is all about growth. Excuse me, so you likely have lots of emotional growth here and a lot of spiritual growth. So yeah, you're definitely heavily evolving during these times. I love the fact that you're going to focus yourself at this point in these Empress energies once you've come through the turmoil and things have just, you've decided if it's not serving you in a positive manner during this time, you're no longer going to be putting your focus into it. So if that is you, you're moving forward into new creative projects. You can be very, very imaginative. So during this time, why not use your gift of imagination? You have so much that needs to come forward into the world today. Your gift of imagination is something that can be powerful and meaningful and transformative to others during this time. And this is very much needed during this time. So think about that on a very deep heart space level. So that's a message for some of you. And then overall, like I say, it's really about spiritual growth here, and it's about emotional stability. Yeah, just really getting into the self, really getting into taking your power back, living in the energies, in the vibrations that you know you want and deserve. Nine of Wands is the next card. This can be where you come into some form of challenges. So you might need to make some sacrifices. So you might be looking forward to hard work coming your way. This is an important period for that to happen. You're really only going to get out of it what you're putting into it. This is going to be about really clearing up your mental space at this point to create a plan for yourself for the future. So once you've gotten through this creative energy here and really living through a heart space, you're then going to shift your focus over to that mental space and starting your plan for your future. Yeah, it's just really an energy here about having to work hard. But overall, I'm very much sensing that this is going to start to get you into a place of really being motivated, really feeling inspired. And right now that can be a hard thing for a lot of people. So I really like that it's coming out here for you. It seems like your energies are going to start to shift quite drastically. And then you have a last card, which is Major Arcana as well. A lot of Major Arcana, guys. So these aren't little tiny things, little tiny changes. These are big, impactful life changes. And you appear to be handling it quite well, actually. Very impressive. Others might be looking up to you at this point. So you might actually be a role model to those around you. So this is all about the strength here. It's all about you living, coming from a place of integrity. This is about you getting balance back in your life. So this is about body, mind, spirit, the balance, right, in each area. At this point, if you do need to make decisions, which I do feel strongly that each of you are going to have those really important decisions coming up in your future that you are going to need to make, and you can't really avoid them. This is really going to be indicating that you need to take the most practical approach possible. I love also, it's all about transitional energy here, finding your truth and healing and closure. All right, so let's take a look at your gratitude card. It says, I am grateful for the love that keeps my heart open. always, 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 always something to be grateful for. And the last card is the inspirational message. It says, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. So this is where you're starting to get inspired. This is where you're starting to get motivated. This is where you're really going to start thinking of a plan for yourself for the future. Dream the biggest dream possible for yourself. And please don't put any limits as to what the universe can bring to you and can present to you in your life. All right, guys, that's it for me. I want to say thank you to each and every single one of you. You're so greatly appreciated. I hope everyone is filling their own cup, and which will allow you to in turn go out and help others in times of their need. All right, so if you haven't already, remember to click on like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Take care.